Blades isn't even out of early access yet, and Bethesda is doing the right thing by addressing the single biggest issue in the game. That is the ridiculously long amount of time it takes to unlock a silver chest. In a tweet earlier this evening, Bethesda announced the following. The gates to the Elder Scrolls Blades are opening further. Excited to say that anyone with a Bethesda Net account can now play. Next up, we're looking at all your feedback and rebalancing the most difficult enemy in the game, the silver chest. Now, if you are playing Blades or have been keeping up with it, then you know that this is absolutely huge news. The single biggest issue with Blades has been the exorbitant amount of time it takes to unlock a silver chest. As you just saw, each silver chest takes 3 hours to unlock. Most people with more than a few hours in the game have already accumulated a few dozen of these chests. They sit in between the standard wooden chest and the far, far rarer gold chests. Gold chests are awesome. They take 6 hours to unlock, but they almost always reward you with numerous extremely useful items, not to mention rare or legendary gear. The issue is silver chests. The game dishes them out on a continual basis. You can see from my inventory earlier that I have over 20, and for the last 2 days I have been religiously unlocking them every 3 hours. I had nearly 30 at one point, and that doesn't include the 2 gold chests worth 12 hours of wait time to unlock mixed in. All of this is to say that this is clearly one of the very few times that our feedback has actually meant something for a game in early access. I know people were sort of down on the game, and some of you were even giving me a hard time for trying to stay optimistic. I am not yet saying that my optimistic tone about the silver chest situation has been vindicated, but it certainly seems that Bethesda has heard our cries, and is doing something about the silver chest epidemic that is plaguing Blades users across the globe. So, what changes can we expect Bethesda to make? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but if I have to throw something out there, my first guess is that they will simply reduce the wait time for a silver chest from 3 hours down to 2 hours. This makes it a time commitment for sure, but 2 hours is still a considerable amount of time to wait, so if you really want to get in that chest, you'll need to spend some gems. That said, going from 3 hours to 2 hours would, in theory, allow for you to go from opening just 8 silver chests in a 24-hour time period to 12 chests in that same time. That is a 33% increase. Going from 8 to 12 doesn't necessarily sound like a huge deal, but if you've played the game, then you know that it will absolutely make a huge impact in the perceived value of the chests, as well as the free-to-play nature of the game. If Bethesda doesn't change the time period to open the silver chests, they could alternatively decide to lower the number of gems required to open a silver chest. Currently, the number of gems required to open a silver chest sits at 36 gems. That is several days worth of quests and grinding at the current rate of gem distribution. Needless to say, no one is spending that many gems to open a silver chest. It is actually absurd the difference between a wood chest and a silver chest. The wood chest takes 5 seconds to open, or 1 gem. A silver chest, which may not really include a whole hell of a lot in terms of value, takes 3 hours or 36 gems to open. If Bethesda dramatically lowers the gem cost while leaving the time cost, that could be a solution. For example, if they kept the time at 3 hours but lowered the gem cost to 10 gems, I could see plenty of people deciding to spend gems to open their silver chests. Finally, another option is to provide gems at a more liberal rate. That is, give them to you as you complete quests by the dozens. If they don't want to change time or gem costs, then simply increase the number of gems that you can receive during gameplay or as rewards for finishing quests. Make them appear more often when opening up a standard wooden chest. The good news is that Bethesda has already seen and decided that the silver chest epidemic is a true problem in their new Elder Scrolls mobile game. This is the best outcome in such a short time period that we could have hoped for. While we don't yet know what their solution to the issue will be, we do know that it is getting better. Bethesda is listening and fine-tuning Blades to make it a solid mobile game that fans of the series can invest time in without getting upset or discouraged. As soon as we find out what these changes will be, I will be sure to report back and let you all know my feelings as to whether it is sufficient. In the meantime, enjoy your time with the game. Please subscribe and give a like, and as always, thank you so much for watching.